It's Randy Orton Fan 2011 once again. Well, guys, this is it. After a bit of about a 3 to 4 week hiatus, it's finally back. The PORWC In-N-Out Burger World Cup Series has returned. Now, guys, you're wondering where we are currently in this World Cup Series. We're at the final round in the group stage. So after this, 4 more nations will be eliminated before we get to our Elite 8. Those are the 8 teams that will be competing for the World Cup Championship. Now, there are a bunch of scenarios, but unfortunately I don't want to go through all of them because I have a bunch of work to do, and really my schoolwork is more important than... Well, this is really important, but my schoolwork is more important, so I gotta really focus on that. But we got a bunch of scenarios. There has been one team that has already made the playoffs no matter what, and that is Team USA. They are currently in the lead right now in really the entire league so far, but of course they could no longer be the 1 seed after this. They haven't locked up the 1 seed just yet. They have, however, locked up a playoff spot. So before we take a look at some of the possible scenarios here, we'll take a look at the starting lineup. That was look your starting lineup. There have been a bunch of replacements that I had to make because of a bunch of drivers basically treating this series as a joke. Either that, or they have retired from NR 2003, or they have never paid attention to my series at all, or really never ever really bothered to comment. So, Caitlin Skipper, who actually won the Bros vs. Hoes race at Daytona, will be starting on the pole. And Evan Gattuso will be starting on the outside. And really, to say the least, Evan Gattuso is going to need a lot of help. Because right now, Team Italy is dead last right now in the standings. But they can still catch a wild card spot. But Evan Gattuso would need a lot of help, especially from Jake Baskinger. And then Alexander Williams, who's starting well in the back of the pack. So Evan Gattuso, team captain of Italy, is going to need a lot of help, to say the least. Seth Cole will be starting third for in the wild card. This is based on the wild card hunt, and for Team Israel, they want to lock up any kind of playoff spot whatsoever. They'll need at least 62 points. I'll just go through some of the other scenarios we have here. Team Germany, to lock up at least a wild card spot, they'll need 50 points. Team Brazil needs 47 points, and Team Russia needs at least 26 points. Now for Group A, there's somewhat of a particular scenario. Since Team USA is already locked in the playoffs, Team Germany is the only other nation in Group A that has a legitimate chance of making the playoffs, since Team I really have forgotten which teams were in Group A, but I know Team Finland and I guess Team Italy were also part of it, yeah. But Team Finland and Team Italy are well behind, and really it's a long shot for them to be in the knockout stage. But for Team Germany, they'll need to score at least 41 points, and they will be in. Group B, on the other hand, it's pretty much open season, to say the least. No team is all the teams are within a little less than, I would say, 40 to 50 points, to say the least. So it's pretty much still open season in Group B. So I don't know who's going to make the knockout stages there, but I know for one fact that right now all of Group B's teams are in the knockout stage so far, because the two current wild card holders, that is Team France and Team Ireland, they are currently the two wild card holders. So, but well, that could very likely change after this one. For Group C and Team Brazil, they will need to have at least 47 points to secure the lead in Group C and have at least a top 3 seed in the knockout stage. So those are just a few possible scenarios. I would go through more, but unfortunately I don't have a lot of time to do it. So that's pretty much it. We'll go through the rest of the top 10. Ben Paul will be starting 4th. Row 3 has Tina McCoy instead of Rihanna Taylor, since Rihanna Taylor has quit the Enter 2003 series or a league whatsoever community. Tina McCoy will be starting in her place. Anthony McCurry will be starting in 6th position. Trent Dunham, team captain of Brazil. Looks like Team Brazil has been doing pretty well, and they've all qualified pretty good so far. And we'll see, they could very likely secure the top spot in Group C. So Trent Dunham and Dylan Poteet looking to make the headlines for Team France in starting 8th. William Duncan will be starting 9th, and Tony Blazer, team captain of Team Egypt, will be rounding out the top 10. So here we go, guys. 12 laps here at Pigs Creek. Remember, these guys are going to be reaching really, 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 really high speeds. The same Pigs Cliff when we were at Denver. We're here in north of the border in Canada, so this is a little different of a track. Gotta make sure everyone is up to speed here. We gotta make sure everyone's starting where they're supposed to start. Well, at this point, it could be danger for Team Germany so far. I'm taking a look at this, where all three members of Team Germany are starting in the bottom 10. So we'll have to wait and see. But remember, this is a super speedway, so anything and everything will happen. Pace cars made the left turn to pit road. As we await the green flag, there is the green flag. Here we go. We are underway here in Canada. I actually was supposed to say Winnipeg because this is where the track actually is. Watch these speeds. They're going to go really high, and there's Seth Cole. Not going to waste any time for Team Israel. Going to the inside, getting help from Tina McCoy in the 44. Seth Cole with the early advantage. Of course, Trent Dunham's got that inside advantage. Evan Gattuso starting to fall back just a little bit, but he doesn't want to fall too far back, because the last thing he would want is, well, of course he's gonna need to do his share, but of course his teammates need to do the same thing. And right now, Alexander Williams is well near the back of the pack, and Jake Baskinger is towards mid-pack, so I don't think that would occur anytime soon. Here comes Tina McCoy, going to the inside of Seth Cole for the lead. And look at these speeds, 260 miles per hour. You do not see 265 miles per hour. You do not see that. I don't even think you would see that on the Autobahn, to say the least. Seth Cole leads the first lap, and here comes Preston Plord in that 45 car. Team Russia looking to secure their spot in the playoffs. And right now, Preston Plord got the advantage. He's going to take the lead. They're going 3 wide here, and that is 2 members of Team Israel have sandwiched one of my new drivers, DeMarcus Brown. He's actually based on one of my college friends that I made just this year. So be aware of that. And Aaron Williams started towards the back of the mid pack, and now he's moved his way into a podium finish here. Here comes Jake Baskinger. Jake Baskinger moved his way into the top 5. We might see that maybe some of these drivers could be a dark horse. Remember, no driver is safe from a wreck. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Everyone going 5 wide. You see 5 wide, 6 wide, 7 wide. Look out. Boy, this is such a wide track. You go so fast in this one. Just go so fast. Now Alyssa Anderson looking to the inside. Preston Plord for the lead. But you do not see these speeds even on the Autobahn, to say the least. 260 plus miles per hour. 260 plus. If you ever see it, if y'all ever saw that on the highway, then I'm pretty sure the police would make you public enemy number one, to say the least. Actually, I think I was wrong, because the outside line is gaining a bit of an advantage because of all the drafting help Preston Plord is getting, especially from Corey Williams, Jake Cole, Aaron Williams, and Aaron Williams. So Preston Plord's going to take away the lead. Oh, there might have been was there an incident? No, there was no incident, but Rhett Yates and Richard Earnhardt are the bottom two. Looks like Dylan Poteet might have gotten a bit of that incident. He's fallen back to third to last so far. Here's the rest of the pack. And especially in that Group B, considering that it's pretty much open season there, that might eliminate Team France so far from this tourney, but we'll have to wait and see. But you take a look at the lap times. Dylan Poteet was a 58.9. Jake Baskinger, who's the next car in front of him, was a 57.352. So a big difference there, as we have completed 5 of 12 laps. No, wait, 4 of 12 laps. We're on lap 5 of 12, and here comes Danny Wells going to the inside, looking for the lead off his buddy Preston Plord. I wouldn't say buddy. I would actually say there's a bit of a rivalry between Danny Wells and Preston Plord, but hopefully they can settle it out here. Oh, don't count the inside line. Here comes Juan Garcia, representing Team Mexico, looking for that lead, getting help from his buddy Tina McCoy. And now Tina McCoy going to the inside. Everyone just about shuffling around here. What we haven't seen is a big incident. William Duncan started towards the front, and he's now shuffled down to towards the back of the pack, as well as Jake Cole. Everyone just about bunched up right here. We have reached the halfway point now. They're 4 wide. They're 5 wide. Wow, guys, look at this. 5 wide, even 6 wide. You do not see that every day in racing. And now Jacob Bell. How the hell did Jacob Bell get here? He got his way into the lead. And there is Alexander Williams. Oh, they're wrecking. Jason Marshall around. Trent Dunham got a piece of it. Oh, man, there's more, and I can't cycle through the cars fast enough. Jake Cole got a piece of it. Ricky Hawk got involved. Kalen Skipper, the pole sitter. Dylan Young got a piece of it. William Duncan. Trent Dunham flipped over. Ty Naughton got involved. Tony Blazer. Ben Paul got a piece of it. The yellow flag is out. Wow. That was the one thing we were waiting for to see how well these cars would go, especially with this kind of racing. And Jacob Bell will beat the field to the start-finish line. Alexander Williams started towards the back of the pack. She has moved her way into the second position. Max Skinner has moved his way up to third. Evan Gattuso is now in fourth. Looks like, I think, Tina McCoy crossed the line in fifth. Juan Garcia sixth. Jake Rogers moved his way into the top 10 in seventh. Michael Norman in eighth. Alyssa Anderson ninth. And Kurt Mortanik rounds out your top 10. Wow, many cars got involved in that wreck. A lot of cars, to say the least. And that could very well be a difference maker now in this race, because you take a look at who got involved, especially considering that Team Ireland pretty much could be counted out of this one. You see Corey Williams, Dylan Young there on pit road. I guess you can count out Team Egypt now. Tony Blazer and Ty Naughton there on pit road. Trent Dunham of Team Brazil. That's going to hurt Team Brazil's chances at possibly locking up the top spot in Group C. But you see Dylan Young coming back on the track. He's going to try to catch up to everyone else here, but of course he's going to with that repaired car. They got some damage repaired to that car, but well, you see Caitlin Skipper got a lot of damage there. A bunch of cars got shuffled back, especially like Jake Cole and Jake Baskinger. They were towards the front. Aaron Williams, Emilio Navra also shuffled towards the back, as well as Danny Wells. A lot of cars got shuffled towards the back, and now Jacob Bell has the lead. And we'll take a look at that incident. Stay tuned. Here's a look at the push under the caution for the first time in this race. Watch these cars. They are going 5 wide. And, of course, you know 5 wide doesn't work that way. You see Danny Wells tried to... no, wait. I think that was Kurt Mortanik. Kurt Mortanik tried to go back fall back in line, but clearly he did not clear Charles Jackson. And then that spins out Danny Wells and Kurt Mortanik himself in the process. You saw Ben Paul and Jason Marshall, Corey Williams get involved. And we'll take a look from a bird's eye view camera. You saw Aaron Williams give a little shove to Caitlin Skipper. That could be, yes it was. And this is the guy that took the worst damage. It looks like it was Trent Dunham. Let's see if anyone else got a piece of this one. You saw, Tony Blazer, hard hit onto Corey Williams. Jake Baskinger just got a piece of that one. Jake Baskinger just got involved. And then he spins out Ricky Hawk, Dylan Young. And Ben Paul going to give another shot to Caitlin Skipper there. And Ty Naughton got a piece of that one. But Trent Dunham flipped over. Let's take a look at what happened to Trent Dunham. There you see the first of the incidents. Take a look from this in slow motion. He gets lifted off the ground via Jason Marshall. Now watch Trent Dunham here. He's going at this speed at 180 miles per hour. Holy shit! Trent Dunham head on into that inside wall, and then he's gonna take another hit from. Oh man, I forgot who that was. He's gonna take a hit from both Caitlin Skipper and Ty Naughton. And Trent Dunham, man, this is gonna hurt Team Brazil a lot. They lose their captain, and Trent Dunham's gonna flip over down the banking. He will land on all 4 wheels, but wow. There might have been someone else that took a real hard hit though. I think there was someone else that took a real hard hit. Of course, we saw Trent Dunham take that hard hit, but I don't know who else did. There might have been a second car that also took a hard hit. Who was it? I'm trying to figure that out right now. It was Corey Williams. Corey Williams took a hard hit, a massive hit. Just came into that wall at 160 miles per hour. But the big damage was done to Trent Dunham. He came into that wall at 180 miles per hour. Let's go from an onboard camera. Let's go from onboard Trent Dunham. You see the first incident that happens, and you see Trent Dunham tried to save it, couldn't do it. He gets lifted off by Jason Marshall, and watch this impact. Oh my God! Head on, right into that wall. That inside wall at well above 180 miles per hour. And that was the last we would see of Trent Dunham for this race. But wow. A lot of cars got involved in that wreck. This is the race back to the start-finish line. And it would be Jacob Bell who would beat the field to the start-finish line. A massive wreck took out just about everyone, to say the least. I don't know how many laps we're gonna have left in this race, but we'll have to wait and see. But Jacob Bell will be your leader so far. We'll see if will we get a 1-lap shootout. Will we end up the race under caution? Stay tuned. Basically, was giving us the one to go. We are set for a green-white checkered. We are set for one attempt at a green-white checkered finish. If the yellow flag comes out at any time whatsoever, then the race is over. Go through a top 10 rundown one more time. Jacob Bell, Alexander Williams, Max Skinner, Evan Gattuso, Tina McCoy. That is your top 5. That's Juan Garcia, Jake Rogers, Michael Norman, Alyssa Anderson, Kurt Mortanik, 6th through 10th. At this point, 4 cars of DNF from the race. Tony Blazer, Corey Williams, Ben Paul, and Trent Dunham. You can think you can just about eliminate Ireland from the playoff picture right now because two of their guys have DNF, and then you see Dylan Young, the second to last car, currently still on the track. He's currently 31st. A very bad day for Team Ireland. I think Team Brazil is also going to take another hard hit as well, but the pace car has already made the left turn to pit road. So here we go, guys. One attempt at a green-white checkered finish. If the yellow flag comes out, the race is over. There it is. Green flag's out in the air one more time in the group stage. You see all these cars, they're going to really gain a lot of speed on this track. They're going to reach Autobahn speeds. We'll see where every car will go, which line they will take. Remember, you want to be on that inside line if you want to be around for the win. If you want to be in contention for the win, you have to be on the inside line. Tina McCoy, not going to waste any time here. Tina McCoy is looking for the win. But of course, you got two members of Team Italy, and then you got Jacob Bell also looking for his first career win in the PORWC. Don't count out Jake Rogers either. He's looking for his first career PORWC victory. They're going to come around to take the white flag this time by. Is the yellow flag going to be out? They'll cross the stripe. The yellow flag is not out, so we will have one more lap to go. And which line will everyone take? That is the question. Where will everyone go at the end of this race? Will any car stay within each other, or will they try to go towards the inside to get towards the lead? Alexander Williams trying to look in that inside line, but Jacob Bell able to make the block. Tina McCoy, Evan Gattuso got some good runs there coming into turn 4. Can they make it stick out? They're going to come off turn 4 now. Tina McCoy looking to the inside, but it might be too little too late. They come to the stripe. It's Jacob Bell who comes away with the victory. Jacob Bell, a huge victory for the 57 team. Alexander Williams will end up second. And how about Team Russia again? Team Russia able to perform once again. Preston Plord ended up 4th. Tina McCoy ended up 3rd. So Team Russia is in. And Evan Gattuso will end up 5th. So a pretty good day for Team Italy to say the least. But we're trying to figure out where Jake Baskinger is. He ends up 18th. Ooh, that might be a deal breaker right there for Team Italy there. We'll take a look, and congratulations to Jacob Bell, his first career PORWC victory, and now we take a look at your official race results. There's a look at your official race results. Congratulations to Jacob Bell, his first career PORWC victory. Alexander Williams and Tina McCoy will round out the podium. Preston Plord, Evan Gattuso round out your top 5. Juan Garcia, Luke Martin, DeMarcus Brown, Hunter Combs, and Alyssa Anderson come out 6th through 10th. 11th through 20th now are Max Skinner, Jake Rogers, Emilio Navarrete, Michael Norman, Seth Cole, Jake Cole, Kurt Mortanek, Jake Baskinger, Liam Ervik, and Ricky Hawk. 21st through 30th now, Anthony McCurry, Danny Wells, Rhett Yates, Aaron Williams, William Duncan, Dill Poteet, Jason Marshall, Charles Jackson, Richard Earnhardt, Caitlin Skipper. The rest of the finishing order, Tyler Naughton and Dylan Young end up rounding out the cars that actually finished the race. Trent Dunham, Ben Paul, Corey Williams, and Tony Blazer have DNF'd. Before I forget, what a race, and really, to say the least, it was pretty intense. A lot of cars tried to go to the inside, but when it was a little too late there. But Jacob Bell able to keep his composure cool, and he's able to come away with the big victory here. But it may not be enough to get Team Finland into the knockout stage. Well, could it be? Could it be? We'll just have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see as we give the official word on when I get the standings out. Well, the We already know Team USA is going to be in it, but who will they be facing? And also the question is, have they actually locked up the 1 seed with Luke Martin ending up with the only top 10? Because you saw Anthony McCurry, Aaron Williams both ending up outside the top 20. So we'll have to wait and see. Will Team USA keep that number 1 seed? Will someone else take it? Will another team take it over? Or will or which teams will be in, which teams will be out? So stay tuned to see your standings and then get the official word, and then you'll see all the seedings, which team will face who in the knockout stage. And of course, it's going to be a good one to say the least. All right, that's it from me. This is Aaron Williams, aka Randy Orton Fan 2011, aka Simmerly NASCAR Fan 34, signing off. This race has been brought to you by Pepsi Next. Crisp, refreshing, amazing Pepsi Next. I'm out.